Hello, my Sagittarians. Welcome to your monthly reading for the month of September. And we're going to go ahead and jump right in by pulling one card here from the Wild Unknown Animal Spirit Oracle deck and see what the Creator wants you to know about just the overall energy for the month, the overall theme, experiences, just what the Creator wants you to know. What heads up are you going to get from the Creator here? All right, Creator, so what would you like our Sagittarians to know about their month of September? I cannot believe it is the month of September already. I know I said it probably in every single reading, but I am shocked and amazed. And you got the zebra, and I love the triangle in the middle there, like the third eye here. I'll read from the book here too, but you're learning during the month that to swim in a sea of gray rather than such a black and white world. You know, the earth, our human ego shadow side is all about black and white, judgment, contrast. That's why we come here, and it's the nature of the beast, literally. But you're going to be opening up to your higher perspective here and seeing things through your third eye, your spiritual eye, connecting to your higher self and being able to see things from this new viewpoint. So I really like that. And let's see here. This is going to be the zebra. There it is. Yep, so this is eccentric, creative, visionary. And zebras are the most precious of gems. They are young at heart, well-cultured, and have an undying curiosity about life. That's very Sagittarian energy, isn't it? Being in the company of a zebra personality not only is a delight, but also opens our minds. Be prepared. Their potent magic is contagious, and you may soon find yourself in a faraway land, expanding your worldview while having a blast. Zebras also like to contribute to the global health through environmental or volunteer work. This card may be a hint to pack your bags. There might be some travel involved, it sounds like. Definitely this sounds like Sagittarian energy, right? When in balance, you're worldly, enthusiastic, fashion-forward. When you're out of balance, you're jaded, pouty, and vain. To bring it into balance, an epic adventure or art, so expressing your creativity. So yeah, definitely could be a voyage. An adventure is afoot for sure, no matter what it is, whether it's traveling physically or traveling emotionally, spiritually, mentally, creatively. The other thing I do, or have been doing at least in my monthly readings, is I take a tarot deck and I take the major arcana from it, separate it from the 4 suits of the minor arcana, and I'll talk about those in a sec. But for the major arcana, it's also an overall kind of theme what the Creator wants you to know, a lot like this card. In this month I chose the tarot deck that's the companion deck to this Wild Unknown Tarot Oracle, and this is the Oracle, and this is the tarot side of that. So they go together. And I'm just going to mix these up here, and we'll see what else the Creator wants you to know about your amazing, adventurous September, it sounds like. Very exciting energy. All right, Creator, what else do you want our Sages to know about their September, please? Okay, like that card is speaking there. Yep, and you've got the zebra and you got the lion, which is the strength card here. And this is about finding your inner strength as well. For me, what this card represents, the lion is our physical self, the character we play on the planet, the one that lives the fight or flight type of life, and all the beautiful emotions that come with that, either of uncomfortable ones, of fear, like anger, betrayal, resentment, all those delicious ones, or the opposite when we get to experience love and passion and things. We get to experience all of that while we're here. And the lion, with that being kind of the animal human side of us, is hungry for love, and we're taught to find it out here. People out here, situations out here, things out here, all this is supposed to quench our thirst and make us feel full. But of course, we realize that when the lion goes out to eat that stuff, it doesn't fulfill us for long at all. And so the lion becomes kind of hangry, hungry, angry, and is roaring in the jungle. Usually on the card, there's like a female represented here. Here it's represented by this bright light, which is our higher self. And what we're really, truly hungry for is what we find within, which is what our higher self gives us, and that's the unconditional love from the other side, from the Creator, right? And so strength is about finding our inner strength, and our higher self soothes and calms and calms down the lion. Doesn't do it by a whip in a chair or a cage. It does it by giving it love. So it turns from this roaring lion into this purring kitten. And I love that, symbolism of that. And that's the cycles. You have this infinity symbol here, which is about the cycles of, we come here to experience all those emotions, and then we kind of go back and bring in more of our spirit, and we experience more of the physical world, and then we connect more with our spirit, and then more. And so it's a cycle of ebb and flow. And I love that it's not something that's, evil. I was just reading this morning in this book called Whole Brain Living, and it was talking about the side of ourself that came down here is like a superhero. It is this brave being, brave part of ourselves that chose to be separate or feel separate from, that unconditional love, realm, in order to experience all the opposites. So we could look back and understand who we are by experiencing the contrast of who we're not, this whole black and white contrast stuff. And so, this wonderful infinity symbol isn't about one side being weaker and smaller and a sore pain in our side, but that it's for us, and it's actually a superhero that was brave enough to, take on that experience here for the benefit of everyone. And then you always hear that too, I think, of that this, all the souls that come down here, other souls on the other side that are like, oh no, we're not going to go down there. They're like, you guys are brave. So, just know if you're here, you came here on purpose for a purpose, and don't, downplay that. All right, we're going to move into the 4 minor arcana, which are going to represent 4 different areas of our life or our being. And we're going to start off with the wands, which is fire energy. And that is going to represent your spiritual side for this reading. So it's like what the Creator wants you to know about your spiritual adventure during the month of September. All right, Creator, for our Sages, what do you want them to know about their spiritual adventure in the month of September? Yes, you're going to, you got the 8 of Wands, which is all about a lot of energy coming in from you, coming in for you. So it's going to be a very energetic, spiritual energy type of experience for you. You see the lightning bolt, which represents enlightenment and just wisdom from above and the energy from above. And the 8 of Wands is usually it's going to come fast and furious, but it's going to be wonderful because it's not a destructive energy. For this reading, the spiritual side is all about your expansion, and that makes total sense about seeing things from a higher perspective and connecting to your higher self, where your little kitty gets soothed and becomes a purring kitty because it's getting the love that it's searching for. So you have this beautiful energy pulse coming in for you. We're also going to pull a card here from the Return of Spirit to see what else the Creator wants you to know about your spiritual adventure. This deck is from Shirley Harnish, and we're actually going to use all 3 of her decks, the other 2 toward the end here. But she uses fractal imaging, which means she puts, like formula into this system, and it generates graphics, like geometric graphics and different things like that. She has no idea what it's going to turn out to be. And then when she has it, then she looks at it intuitively, and that we'll read from the book what she sees. But I call it like the spiritual inkblot test, because we're going to see what it is that you see as well. So a demon get to ask the question here, but the creator knew that I was going to ask what else they would like you to know about your spiritual adventure for the month of September. And you got the change of mind, and I'll let you see that. Yeah, it does look like a giant butterfly. But you have change of mind. And yeah, change of mind. And it's funny, this symbol's on his forehead, that symbol's on his forehead. Change of your mindset, seeing things from a different perspective, for sure. So this card comes when we're in the process of moving into a higher level of cognitive functioning. This is a direct effect of the shifting vibrational frequencies on the planet. Those who are ready for these new frequencies will begin to notice changes in their physical and energetic processes. The card signifies a shifting of your conscious functioning. So your cognitive processes are beginning to operate within the field of higher frequencies. This can be seen as a change in your perception of how you view yourself, how you view this world, and your understanding of your innate connection with Source. You may find yourself making decisions based on abstract knowings, right, from your third eye. You will start to understand the underlying causes behind the actions and behaviors of others. You will find you are clearer in what your own truth is and feel more empowered in it. Information will be quickly processed and sorted. Your thinking will start to encompass the bigger picture and understand how you fit into it. So this is a part of the process in becoming an open channel to and from the divine. The division between thoughts and intuition will begin to fade as they blend into one cohesive faculty. You might find yourself in a bit of a brain fog as this frequency shift completes. And it's normal to experience forgetfulness, mild confusion, time passing quickly or slowly, or doing things you would never have considered before. There could be mild irritability and a lack of patience with yourself and others. Do not worry if you find yourself frustrated with your mind's inability to process information quickly during this time. Once the energy shift is complete, you'll be mentally clear and vibrant. So, yeah, definitely you might be roaring a little bit during that time as you adjust to the shift of energy that's coming in. And I love that. That makes sense too, that here's like, it's almost like this is the antenna and here's the new frequency coming in like a radio antenna, right? Or a lightning rod. All right. Next, we're going to move into the Pentacles, which is the earth energy. And that's going to represent your physical experience. So this was your inner. This is going to be your outer world. Kind of everything that's on the same stage as you. You have characters that you're interacting with. It's not about relationship stuff and emotions, but just that they exist, these characters that are there. Any of the physical stuff that's going on, as well as your physical body itself. So we'll ask the creator what they want you to know about your physical adventure in the month of September for our Sagittarians. Okay. Yep, they said all of those. I'm like, oh my goodness. Okay, well, all this makes sense. So, so you've got the 10 of Pentacles. The 8 of Pentacles. And the 8 of Pentacles is all about like doing the work. The spider weaves its web. It keeps going, it keeps going, it keeps going, and until the work is complete. And this is all about you're doing the work, you're seeing the results. So just keep going, don't give up. That's basically it. And then you have the Two of Pentacles, which, again, transformation, talked about and here about transforming. Here's changing of your mind. So transforming how you're seeing the world and everything like that. And that involves this balance between these two. So again, you have the infinity symbol here, the same as on the forehead of the lion there. And that represents balancing your physical world and your spiritual world. So really understanding that, you're experiencing life, and so you still feel emotions and experience this life and experience the lion. The lion, you don't kill off the lion and stab it. She's loving it and calming it and embracing it and nurturing it. And that's where you're bringing in the spiritual part, to where you can walk as this human, feeling loved and whole and complete, filling up and allowing that love to flow out to others. And we can still experience frustrations and emotions that pop up, because that's part of our being. All of our experiences in our past are going to trigger these old emotions, and that's okay. Feel them, let them flow through, and they move out. Usually it's like 90 seconds is how our brain works, where something's triggered and it comes through and it goes out and it's done. Unless we keep repeating it or resist it. When we resist it, it keeps it, it slows down the process, because we're pushing against it the entire way, right? So it's about that wonderful balance between the two sides of us, like the Strength card here. And then you have the Mother of Pentacles, and this, see how she's nurturing her little dear Bambi. So this is very much about Mother Nature, Mother Nurture. So taking care of yourself, loving others, loving yourself, being grateful for what you do have. She's mastered the external world and how you put your value on yourself. And she understands, finding that love within you and that connection, this balance between the higher and the lower is what brings this fulfillment. Being grateful for what you do have, not focusing on what you don't, because she understands the power of this world, where wherever we focus our energy on is what grows. And so with this, it's really important, part of the journey, to see the difference. Like, wow, I focused on lack and lack grew. I focused on my abundance and gratefulness and gratitude and thankfulness, and the things to be grateful for even expanded even more. And so that's really, this message here is continue to do the work, continue to balance between the heavens and the earth, and making sure you nurture yourself with that love that you're connecting with here. We're also going to pull a card here from the Nature Spirit Oracle cards and just get clarification on here as well. And this is going to be for also your physical world, your physical adventure. All right, Creator, what else do you want our Sagittarians to know about their physical world in September, please? The physical adventure. Okay. Yep, you got the Spirit of Air. Beautiful. So that's where butterflies. Yeah, and so you had a butterfly there, and you have the butterfly here. I'm actually gonna put him up here so you can see him. And we will take a look here, because that's where butterflies fly. And that's also, of course, the Spirit of Air. Is what we're going to look at next, is the air energy, which is the mind and our thoughts as well. This is clarity and expansive perception of life is emerging. You're being advised to see life from a higher perspective. Okay, exactly what we're all talking about. Breathe. Clear out mental clutter. All is well. Do not be concerned. The cobwebs, it's funny, the spider, the cobwebs are being cleared away. Communicate your truth. Take care of details. Pay attention and don't let things slip through the cracks. Take time to hear the truth of others. Spirit is whispering to you. Open your mind to see a situation in a new light. Your native spirit wants you to know that the spirit of air represents the mental aspect of your life. It's the part that has the capacity to discern, analyze, organize, evaluate, and judge. Though seemingly subtle and unseen, air is composed of the most rarefied energy fields, and we are in constant communication or in communion with the vast universe through our breath. The spirit of air carries the energy of change and transformation, like the butterfly, right? Inspiration, aspiration, mental clarity, freedom, perception, communion, and communication. The element of air also allows you to see situations from a higher perspective. And this card could indicate that it's time to do some major clutter clearing and organizing. That just cracks me up. Just so perfect. Exactly what we were talking about. These also come with a journey. So if you feel so inclined, if it resonates with you, you can do this. It says, one of the most direct and powerful ways to receive messages from spirit is through the air spirit. The Cherokee people and many other native tribes believe that the winds were messengers sent by the Creator, and they carried information from the sacred realms. When you go outdoors, notice the movement of air across your skin. Whether it's in the subtlest breeze or the powerful wind of a storm, take a moment to stop and listen. Get a sense of what messages it might have for you. And I love that because that's what you do. You get quiet if you want to hear from those higher realms, right? All those higher realms. Just change of mind, different perspective. Just can't make this up. So I love using a variety of cards and shuffling on on camera because you just can't make it up, right? It's just amazing. Next, like I said, we're going to go into the air energy, which is normally the swords in most decks. And it's going to represent your thoughts, your beliefs, your mindsets, and your attitudes. Just your mental adventure for the month of September, which it talks about here already. Spirit of air, clearing it, getting rid of clutter, opening your mind, seeing things from a different perspective. So I wouldn't be surprised if you got like the ace of swords or the daughter of swords, because that's all about new thoughts, new beliefs, new messages, seeing things from a different perspective. That's the kind of energy that I'm feeling from this reading here. So we'll see what comes out, though. Maybe they have an additional message because they're like, yeah, that's all obvious. Why do we want to confirm that? We want to give you something else. What else do you have for us, Creator? There we go. Yep, so you've got the Six of Swords, which also represents moving from old thoughts to new. So this is perfect. Got the rainbow up top, seen above the storm. The usually like a Six of Swords, a lot of the standard decks will have someone on a boat leaving and going across somewhere to the other side, and that's what it is leaving old ways of thinking, old thoughts behind, and finding new ways of thinking, and so that's basically what we're talking about too, is we get rid of the things that those thoughts that no longer serve you, to make room for new beliefs and new thoughts that support your new part of your adventure, your new path. We're also going to pull a card here from the Divine Guidance Oracle. Let's see what other message we have regarding the mind or mental adventure. All right, Creator, what else for Sagittarians, please? Mental adventure for the month of September for Sagittarius, please. I got number 31. That so looks like a third eye, but we'll see what it actually means, or if what you see from it as well. Love the colors in there. Awakening, of course, this is a powerful card. You're now entering into a complete awakening to your higher self, your intuition, your gifts, your role on the planet, and the divine plan. The opening of your heart center is allowing your inner vision to see more clearly. In turn, this is empowering you on many levels, both energetically and intuitively, to walk your path and do what you've come here to do. Your awakening will subconsciously call out to others to step into their own light as well. So beautiful influence for you as you're awakening. Your energy just sparks and triggers other people too. They just can't help it from being around you. And I love all the purple around here. That's your crown chakra. The yellow is your solar plexus chakra. Green is, of course, your heart chakra. So that's your centerness. So solar plexus is about identifying yourself, identifying your relationship with self, which is really a lot that happens here too. But I just love how this is unfolding for you, because you do. You discover this, moving to a different frequency, you're transforming, changing your mind and mindset. It's activating things within you. Your spiritual gifts, your soulful gifts are expanding, and just you're becoming a new person because of this connection here, really, and opening up there. I just really, this all works together. And then lastly, we're going to move into the Cups suit. Cups is, of course, water energy, and it represents your emotions. So this is going to be your emotional adventure in the month of September. What the Creator wants you to know about your emotional adventure in September. All right, Creator, for Sagittarians, what do you want them to know about their emotional adventure for September? Okay. Very obvious. Shebang. Yep, and you got the Nine of Cups, which is like the wishes fulfilled, emotionally full. All these cups are just full, in fact, almost overflowing. And that makes so much sense, because as you're letting go of the things that no longer serve you and those beliefs that no longer serve you, finding the love that you've been searching for all along from inside, how would you not feel like so full and overflowing and just like finally whole and complete for the first time? And you'll get an inkling of that and learn that connection, that when you move outside of this connection and start looking outside of yourself again, which is the part of the cycle, like we talked about, we get hungry and thirsty again. We're like, oh wait, I know where there's food that does fill me up. I'm not going to stop at that fast food restaurant on the way home like I normally do, because that just upsets my stomach and doesn't make me, quench my thirst or hunger. I have this beautiful stuff at home. I'm going to go home and eat that and drink that, and that's what that kind of represents. And then lastly, we're going to pull a card here from the Path of the Soul Destiny cards for the final message for this reading for you for the month of September. It's also going to represent your emotional adventure for September. So let's see what the final message from the Creator is for you for this reading. All right, Creator, what else would you like our Sagittarians to know about their September adventure into their emotions? We got this number 7 here. And I'll zoom in. Almost looks like an alien in the middle. Ooh. No alien abductions in the month of September, please. We got number 7. There we go. Okay, so that's the Bull Guide. So the Bull Guide appears to offer you strength as you move through your life. He imparts the teaching and wisdom of standing strong and firm when you need to, and not allowing others to cross your personal boundaries. Look at all the situations happening around you at this time. Bull Guide is here to help you be firm wherever and whenever you need to be. He wants to remind you that you are strong and you are deeply supported as you find your way to your own self-empowerment. And I love that. Every once in a while she does readings and she talks about this card, like just picturing this giant bull in a field. And the bull doesn't have to go around announcing, hey, this is my territory and I'm strong, you better watch out. People just know, they respect the strength of the bull, and they're like, yes, you are the bull, you can just be there. Okay, good. And that's about respecting the boundaries. And so you don't have to give up, you don't have to allow others to step on you. That's not what being unconditionally loving is. It's about loving people for who they are and whatever, but you get to make the decisions for your own life as well. But wow, what an amazing September. I'm excited to see what it unfolds for you. And so if you remember, you can come back and comment. I'd love to hear any of the stories about how it unfolded, especially this amazing connection that's going to be coming for you. So, just know as you go through each second of this month that every second of every day, you are unconditionally loved by the Creator of all things. And I love you too. Have an amazing September, and we will talk to you soon. You take care now.